Hey, it's Malcolm from Ray Reviews TV. Today we're going to be looking at the Into It Over It Owen Split EP. So the Into It Over It Owen Split EP came out 2015 on Polyvinyl Recordings. Polyvinyl Recordings used to house Into It Over It, but he recently got signed into Triple Crown Records, which has gotten him a lot more buzz, while Owen has been staying there, and same as his other band, American Football. So if you've heard of Owen, as I just said, he's from American Football, and Into It Over It has kind of just been doing splits with other people, such as Koji and Rutabaga, throughout the years, and just kind of been doing his own interesting thing. Owen he does everything on his own. He produces most of his music, guitar, bass, vocals, lyrics, drums, everything he does. And before he was Owen in 2001, he was in American Football and another band called Cap and Jazz. American Football is a notable one. Now, Owen has, being that American Football was around since I think 1999, 1998 maybe. Um, and now Owen just released a new album by himself. He's been a very, very crucial name in the emo scene. And he's just been kind of like so much above Into It Over It until recently. Owen kind of dropped out a little bit. He got married, got kids, and now Into It Over It's swooping in. And he's like, I don't have a kid. I don't have a wife, and my music's getting better, and I got a better record label, so I'm gonna one up you. Obviously, that's not what he was thinking. That wasn't his purpose for becoming more popular, but that's what happened. Now, Into It Over It is the face of the new emo revival, people are calling it. But to me, he's always been very special. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan. I have a shirt, I have a poster, I have three other shirts, and I have all his records on vinyl. And I recently just picked up this one just to kind of cement my collection. Um, so now we're gonna actually start with the review now that I've given you a little background. First, Poison Arrows. All I can say is this is a phenomenal song. It kind of just starts off with Owen going, "Long time no see. Did you wear that dress for me?" Like, and I really love that because it's just a very Owen thing to do. But the instrumentals are like a little bit strayed away from what Owen normally does. It's interesting, like the production value, not necessarily like the melody and such like that. And it just kind of goes on, and I'm like, okay, um, this is pretty nice, but I kind of want to see where this goes. Kind of like a hand job or whatever. Just like I want to see where this goes. And then there's this part. That which doesn't kill me makes me wish that I were dead. Yeah, pretty awesome. That's when I was like, this song's great. This is definitely one of my favorite Owen songs, period. Now, next song we got Poor Souls, which is originally sung by Owen, but is now covered by Into It Over It. And Into It Over It does this phenomenal take on it. Owen's normal version is very stripped down because it was on his second album, so he was just starting to really like get everything together with his solo stuff and like his production because he produced the whole album. So and his production was kind of choppy, but it was kind of his character. But Into It Over It makes it a lot more lush, a lot more ambient, and he makes the song have a whole new breath, whole new just rain of sadness and beauty. And it's great, just all the harmonies, all the space with everything. It's a perfect go to sleep song. It's a perfect driving home late a song, walking home by yourself song, in the rain song. It's just pretty much perfect for anything that you need a calm or like a just a companioning piece. Now you flip it over, but for you listening to it on Spotify or iTunes or whatever, you're not gonna flip it over. You're just gonna play next. But on the other side, it's Local Language by Into It Over, original song. Now, Into It Over tends to do this thing he did with the Koji Split 2, where he would adjust his style a little bit to whoever the other person is on the side, but he did not benefit from this on Local Language. I really think that this is one of his not so good songs. I wouldn't say worst. I just personally don't like it. It's not really Into It Over it. It's not really Into It Over it trying to accustom to Owen. It's just, I just don't care for the song. But, you know, he likes it. He's played it at the concert I went to recently. He obviously cares for the song. But that's up to you guys. I personally don't care for it. But the next song is why I made this review in the first place. The next song, Anchor. Now, Anchor has a really special place in my heart, the original Into It Over version, not this Owen version. The Into It Over version is very slow, very acoustic, nothing much really goes on. He plays it every once in a while because people love that song. It used to be like the, I guess, relationship song of one of my exes. We used to play it all the time. She'd go to sleep to it sometimes. I sing it to her all the time. Like, that was our song. That was my song. But Owen comes in and he just does not do the song justice. The song is normally just like dun 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 dun. It's very slow, very acoustic. Don't really need to worry about anything. It's just very sleep worthy and all that sort of thing. But now Owen comes in with dan 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 dan, like with this weird American rock anthem thing that just sounds awful. I don't think it sounds good. It's way too fast. It's not good. But then, just to kind of like make it even worse, his voice, which does not fit very energetic, very fast, very heavily distorted things, comes in urban raw, just like scratchiness and just singing on top of everything, and it just doesn't sound good. And even if I'm being biased because I love the original so much and the original has such a place in my heart, it's just not good. And, you know, for those of you who, you know, may listen to it and like it or just hate it from the beginning, I still want you to listen to the original just so you could understand where my frustration comes from. Even if you like this Owen version for some unknown reason, look at the original. You might change your mind or you might see where I'm coming from. It's just not good. But that aside, to end this off, I'm gonna give this a rating. But I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5 or like a 10 out of 10 rating. I'll do a 1 out of 4, a 4 out of 4 rating because it only has 4 songs and it'll be kind of unfair to go by that. Considering that I really only care for, I only really like 2 songs on the record and the other 2 are like meh to hate, I would give this a 2.5 out of 5 out of 4, which is like, what, like 60%? So it's not good, it's not bad. Everybody should give it a listen so that you can tell me what you think, so that you can have your own opinion. I think it's a decent thing to listen to. It's great to have an EP here and there. It's great to have things that you don't fully like all the time sometimes. It's okay to listen to things and be like, I'll power through, or I'll ignore this, or, you know, I hate this. That's what music is for, to make you feel a certain way. And that's why I'm making this video. That's why some of you are watching. That's why I love music. So, yeah, this will be a 2.5, 60%, and a light recommendation for me. Not a big one. It's just like if you want to get a little taste of both artists, I say you get into it, but I would probably suggest you to only stay on the first 2 tracks or the first or side A. The second side or the third and fourth track are just not worth listening to, and they're bad representations of both artists. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm Malcolm from Ray Reviews TV, and I'll see you guys next time.